I'll reiterate what Manu just said to you, Wolf. The reason Democrats are upset about this bill is not the CR, not the disaster relief, not the farm aid. The reason they're upset about this bill is because they want to use the debt ceiling increase as leverage down the road. That's what they're upset about. And I'm sorry, Americans are not going to understand that a few days before Christmas and Hanukkah,
Congressman,
that you want to shut the government down because you don't
just point out,
get to use this as leverage.
As of right now, if you take a look at the roll call, 31 of your fellow Republicans in the House of Representatives are voting against this current bill right now. So how can you say this is the Democrats' fault when you're in the majority?
Wolf, I love you, Wolf, but you got to stop just trying to defend the Democrats here. The fact is that we have a number of Republicans that have never voted for a continuing resolution, have never voted to lift the debt ceiling. This bill requires 2/3 of the House, not an absolute majority. It requires 2/3. So the fact that you have Democrats who normally would vote for this, refusing to do so, not because they disagree with the clean CR, not because they disagree with disaster relief, not because they disagree with aid to our farmers. No, they're doing so because they're upset that the debt ceiling increase is being taken off the table as leverage for them in future negotiations. That's what they're upset about. And you know what, Wolf? That's why Washington is broken. Elizabeth Warren, Senator from Massachusetts, came out today and said she agrees with President Trump. The debt ceiling increase should stop being used as a political weapon. And I agree with that. This is not helpful to anyone. The fact is we are literally 24 hours plus away from a shutdown. Democrats are now voting against keeping the government funded. They can say it had to do with the bipartisan agreement being broken. They can say that they're upset about, Elon Musk weighing in. The fact is, a bill is on the floor right now to keep the government funded, to provide disaster relief to Americans, and they are voting no. Not because they disagree with that, but because they're upset that their leverage in a future negotiation may be taken away.
Do you think the Speaker, Congressman,
don't blame it on the 31 Republicans
I'm not blaming
that are
it on the 31.
You should be saying to Democrats
right now, if you take a look right now, 193 Democrats have voted no, 33 Republicans have voted no.
And 2 Democrats are voting
Here's the
yes.
question. There was a deal, a bipartisan deal that was worked out, that the Speaker worked out with the Democratic leader. Do you think the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, is in trouble right now? Can he survive this mess?
Look, I support the Speaker. He's got a very difficult task. We have a very tight majority. And the fact is, right now, today, we have a divided government. Democrats control the Senate. Joe Biden is still the President of the United States, even though it doesn't seem like it. The fact is that obviously you're going to have a bipartisan agreement at some point. But I think here, the fact that Democrats are voting against a clean CR, well, we're not adding new things. We're saying keep the government funded through March when we can work on the appropriations process. So right now, every American should be saying, wait a minute, you're voting no because it doesn't have additional items in it other than disaster and farm aid? And I think most Americans would look at that and say, that's ridiculous. The fact is, the only reason Democrats are voting no right now is because they are losing leverage on the debt ceiling negotiation in the future. And I will just point out, Democrats aren't just content with pay-fors in the debt ceiling negotiations. In previous debt ceiling negotiations with President Trump, they demanded an increase in spending. So it is not so simple as to just say Republicans want cuts, Democrats want pay-fors. That's not the way it is.
This current bill is about to fail. You need a 2/3 majority, and there's no way that's going to happen right now. Take a look at the roll call as it exists. Congressman Mike Lawler, always good to have you here in the Situation Room. Thank you very much.